A-U-A. Now, who joins me to welcome our pastor today? Thank you. You're most welcome, Pastor. Yep.
Happy Sabbath to all of you. God is good, and all the time. Thank you so much. I am indeed very happy to worship with you today at Newlife SDA Church. I understand today is a health Sabbath. And so, Elder, today I am not going to preach. Pardon me, today we want to teach, we want to study. And we'll reserve the preaching for some other day. I am very happy with the children's skit. How many of you like it? That's wonderful. That's a Bible passage demonstrated in action. That's very good. And the church choir, thank you so much for your song. Before I begin this message, the year 2017, the General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church asked me to write an article about the impact of the health message on the church members in the continent of Africa. And this was 2017. I combed all the literature, used Google, whatever. I did not get a single scientific backing. So all the health research that have been done are in Northern America. But in the continent of Africa, we do not have any empirical data to confirm the impact of our health message on our church members. And so I wrote back to GC and told them this is the situation. And so they sponsored the first largest health research combining the 3 divisions in the continent of Africa. And with that, we now have a baseline data, and the publication is here. It's here. I brought a few copies, just about 80 of them, and I gave it to the deacons. You can pick one and just go through. And the reason why I have chosen my topic for today is that amazing results came out of this study. We have a wonderful health message, health principles that when we adhere to, well, we will reap the benefit. And in fact, research in North America have confirmed that our health message is one of the best. And there is one health principle that we have all violated, we have all ignored. And that is what I want to talk about today. And so before I mention the title of my study, my lecture today, let us bow for prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you once again for creating this moment for us to listen to you and for us to be taught how to keep this machinery, this body, in a healthy state, thereby using it to serve you better. May you speak to us. May your name be glorified, and may the blessings be ours. In Jesus' name, amen. Today I want to talk about rest. Rest and your body. Seventh-day Adventists, we are even proud to say that I am very, very busy. We say it with pride. And we ignore our health. And we are so busy, we do our work to the detriment of our health. Our dear sister read the Bible quotation for us very well. And I want to stress on verse 31. Mark chapter 6, verse 31. Mark chapter 6, verse 31. The disciples went out, did a wonderful work, and they came back giving report to Jesus. And they said, "Oh, Master, today we did this, we have taught, we did this." And listen to what Jesus said to them. And he said to them, "Come ye yourselves apart into a desert place, and rest a while. For there were many coming, and many going, and they had no leisure, so much as even to eat." They have been so busy. And Jesus said, "You have worked so hard. Come ye to a quiet place with me and rest a while." Jesus knew that a season of rest away from the multitude will revitalize his disciples and even himself. And so he sought to withdraw his disciples from the busy work, from the busy cities, to a quiet resort, to revitalize and energize their body. Beloved, we have to listen to the voice of Jesus. When Jesus said, "The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few," he did not and will never urge upon his disciples the necessity of ceaseless toil. No. The disciples of Jesus needed to be educated by Jesus about how to labor and how to rest. Today, we also should listen to Christ's command to go apart and rest for a while. Rest. Jesus tells his disciples that their strength has been severely tested, and they will be unfit for future labor unless they rest. Unless they rest. The disciples of Jesus needed to heed to his command. So are you and me. Listen to what Ellen G. White said in Ministry of Healing, page 58. Ellen G. White says, "Amidst the hurrying throng and the strain of life's intense activities, he who is thus refreshed will be surrounded with an atmosphere of light and peace. He will receive a new endowment of both physical and mental strength. His life will breathe out a fragrance, revealing a divine power that will reach man's heart." We need rest. Seventh-day Adventists, if you drink alcohol, the church will disfellowship you. The church will. If you smoke, they are all health principles. But if we do not rest, we wink on that. Why is it so? Rest in your body. So, therefore, the question is, what What is rest? And this morning, I would like to let you know that rest simply means freedom from anything that is tiring. Freedom from anything that is tiring. And sleeping is the natural state of rest. When you sleep, you are resting. Sleeping is characterized by reduced body movement and decreased awareness of our surrounding. We are sleeping. Many people today, including Seventh-day Adventists, including you and I, we have so much hectic schedule that we find it difficult to rest due to the workload that we have. People have enormous workload and hectic time schedule such that they do not have time to even sleep and to relax. Society today is full of fatigued people, fatigued individuals, striving to keep up in the human race, and we pay for it. Most of the accident that happens today is due to lack of rest, lack of sleep. And the literature says that over 100,000 car crashes yearly are due to lack of rest. And in Kenya here, we have also seen that. Many accidents are due to human error. Most importantly, lack of rest. So why is sleep necessary? Why do we need sleep? Listen to this. In just one day, your heart beat 110 times just a day. We speak thousands of words just a day. We breathe 28,000 times in a day. We move major muscles hundreds of times. We operate between 15 to 20 billion brain cells in a day. And beloved, all these organs need to rest. Like I am doing now. I'm using my brain, I'm moving my muscles, I am breathing, my heart is beating, pumping. In the night, that is when these organs rest. Rest or sleep is never a luxury. Sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Listen to this. You will die more quickly from lack of sleep than you do from lack of food. But when you are hungry, you quickly go for food, isn't it? But we economize our sleep for our work. After 10 days of total sleep deprivation, death will usually occur. So sleep is tremendously important for our health. We require sleep as much as we require oxygen. Sleep is capable of working wonders in the body. It increases our work efficiency. It extends our lifespan. It cures diseases. The human body is arranged such that every organ needs time to rest and recuperate. Every organ in the body. And so listen, the shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. The shorter your sleep, the shorter your life. If you routinely sleep less than 6 hours a night, it has effect first on your immune system, and second, your chances of getting various types of cancer is double. Now we are talking about, this morning I heard a lady talking about cancer. One of the risk factors of cancer is lack of sleep, lack of adequate sleep. Insufficient sleep is very critical in determining whether or not you will develop Alzheimer's disease. Lack of sleep. And so, beloved, our busy and hectic life is having a tremendous impact on our health and wellness today. You may not know. It's having tremendous effect. We hardly find time or find enough time for a quality and adequate amount of sleep. Quality and quantity of sleep. The world today is suffering from what we call a silent sleep loss epidemic. Because we are so busy chasing so many things. Research, listen to this, research has linked poor sleep with higher risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, depression, and cancer. And this is research, empirical studies. But today, one profound link in the literature has to do with sleep deficiency and memory loss. Sleep deficiency and memory loss. Sleep deprivation will lead to cognitive decline and memory decline. So, as we are talking about memory, for something to become memory, it needs three things. It has to go through 3 stages. 1, acquisition of information, and then consolidation of that information, and then recall of that information. Now, listen very carefully. The reason why you tend to forget short-term memory and long-term memory is that when you receive the memory, because of lack of sleep, that memory is not able to consolidate in the brain for you to recall. We should have ability to recall information very quickly. So both acquisition and recall are functions that take place when we are awake. The acquisition of information takes place as I am speaking now. You are taking in information, and then later you can recall what Pastor Ganu says. But between acquisition of information and recall of that information, something happens. Adequate sleep is required to consolidate the new information you are receiving. Adequate sleep. Without adequate sleep, your brain will have a hard time consolidating the new information you have received for you to recall later. Research has shown that after a of adequate sleep, people perform better. People perform better in examination. They perform better in the office. They perform better even in the field of athletics. You know, our children these days do what is Very wrong. When they are going to write exam, that is the time they will stay awake all night trying to study. You are deceiving yourself. If you want to perform well in your examination, the night before your examination, sleep very soundly. Have adequate amount of sleep. Now, let's talk about short-term memory. Your short-term memory is the most affected when you have lack of sleep. When you have lack of sleep, you have a decreased mental efficiency. Sleep deprivation leads to the impairment of memory, thereby reducing the physical performance and the ability to carry out even simple mathematical calculation. Sleep deprivation. If sleep deprivation continues, hallucinations will set in, and there will be what we call mood swing. So we should never, ever economize our time for sleep for anything else. It isn't worth it. A sleep-deprived person does everything twice. You do everything because you cannot really lay your hand on it. It is very important to get the right quantity and quality of sleep. And we say that, what is the right quantity of sleep? 7 to 8 hours. We say that, isn't it? And if I may ask you, the congregation, and if you should be very sincere, how many of us are getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night? If I ask you to raise your hand, only few of you. That is if you will be very sincere. And there is a reason why we say 7 to 8 hours. We will look at the reason. Why not 9 to 10 hours? Why specifically 7 to 8 hours? So that is one health principles all of us are guilty of. Sleep. If you come to our academy, and I understand there are many lecturers here, we are so busy, we carry our work home, and we mark our papers deep into the night. And, Ellen G. White says that, and it is very true. Very true. 2 hours sleep before midnight is better than 4 hours after midnight. Did you get that? 2 hours sleep before midnight is much more better than 4 hours of sleep after midnight. And there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that. Beloved, let's look at this. And I have 30 minutes more, but I would like to really take my time here for us to go through these stages of sleep. I will call the first stage, stage 0. Stage 0 is called the wake stage of sleep. And it is also called the non-rapid eye movement stage of sleep. Non-REM stage of sleep. Stage 0. Stage 0 is called, or is known as the wake time. And it is the time you spend when you just jump into bed and your eyes are open, you have not fallen asleep. You will never get anybody who jumps into bed and go into sleep. You have to be there for some time, isn't it? Maybe 5 to 10 minutes before you begin to sleep. So the wake hours is the stage 0. We are not sleeping. We have just gone to bed. This is completely normal with everybody. But then we have stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1 and stage 2 phase of sleep. Stage 1 and stage 2 is a light sleep stage. You are now initiating your sleep, and you are transiting into deep phase, stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1 is what most of us do when we are even in matatu. You see many people dozing off, isn't it? And right now, I think some of us are in stage 1 of sleep. It's a very light stage of sleep, and you can easily wake up when there is a little noise. That is a very light stage of sleep. Your eyes are now closed, but it is easy to wake up. This phase may last for 5 to 10 minutes. You are in light phase of sleep. At this stage, your heart rate begins to slow down. And your body temperature begins to drop. Your body is now getting ready to now slip into a deep phase of sleep. Stage 3 and stage 4. This is the deep phase of sleep. During this phase of sleep, stage 3, stage 4, it is very difficult to wake you up from sleep. Even when you are waking up from sleep, you are very drowsy. And sometimes what you say doesn't make sense. It means you are deeply sleeping, stage 3, stage 4. They can shake you, and you can even be sleeping. Many people can come to your room. You will never wake up. You are in a very deep phase of sleep. And this is the most rejuvenating and restorative sleep stage. These promote body repair, and your waste product at this phase is also removed from your brain, especially from your brain. At this phase of sleep, you have difficulty waking up, as I have said. You will be disoriented when you wake up. And we would like everybody to go to this deep phase of sleep when you sleep. Stage 3, stage 4, your body is fully relaxed. There is tissue repair. There is tissue growth. There is cell regeneration. The immune system is strengthened. We need this phase. Now, stage 1, stage 2, light phase, stage 3, stage 4, deep phase, isn't it? There is another phase of sleep. We call it the REM phase of sleep. Rapid eye movement, REM. This is the phase that is very crucial for everybody. The REM, rapid eye movement phase of sleep. Now, let me explain this. When you go to stage 2, stage 3, and when you go down at least to stage 4, because stage 4 is a deep phase of sleep, you don't remain there too long. You remain there for about 90 minutes, and you retrace your footsteps back to stage 3, stage 2. So let's look at the cycle. First, you go to bed. Stage 0, you are awake. Then you go to stage 1. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. You stay there for 90 minutes. Then you go back to stage 2. That is, we call it one cycle of sleep. You need 5 to 6 of that cycle until daybreak. And you need, say, 7 to 8 hours for you to make that cycle. Let me take that again. If we miss everything and we get this one, we are okay. When you sleep and you go down to stage 4, you stay there for about 90 minutes. And you don't stay there for long. Some people will die at stage 4, deep phase. So you don't stay there for long. You retrace your footsteps back to stage 3 and stage 2. Stage 2 is where what we call the REM phase of sleep. You will see somebody who is sleeping. The person is not awake, but the person is very active. The heart rate is beating, and then the person will turn. That is, you are very active in your sleep. And then you go back to stage 4. You stay there for how many minutes? 90 minutes. Then you come back to stage 2. Then you go back, stage 3, stage 4. You stay there for 90 minutes. And then you come back to stage 2. So you need 5 to 6 of that cycle. And you need 7 to 8 hours to make that cycle. So, and when you come back to stage 2, if I can show you something on the screen, but we don't have it. You see, when you come back to stage 2, that is the REM, the rapid eye movement. Your eyes will be scanning the environment as if you are awake, but you are not awake. You need that for the body to rejuvenate. And so, beloved, during REM phase, what happens? What happens in REM phase? Now listen. Your respiration increases, breathing and heart rate increases, your brain activities increases, you are having a vivid dream, the body becomes immobile, blood flow increases. REM phase of sleep, very important. And you need about 5 to 6 of that cycle. Functions of REM sleep. REM sleep increases your learning capacity. It increases your memory storage. It increases your mood. You dream. So lack of REM sleep may adversely affect our physical and mental health. REM phase and never economize your REM phase of sleep for anything. You need it. Like I said earlier on, if you lack adequate of sleep and you are not making the 5 to 6 cycle of the REM cycle, you are about twice prone to developing many non-communicable diseases. Your immune system also suffers. But there are sleep disturbances and sleep disorders that can negatively impact our sleep quality. Let me quickly run through just a few of them. We have insomnia. Insomnia is trouble falling asleep, or you are unable to stay asleep. You will wake up, go back to maybe the washroom, and when you come back, you find it difficult to go back to sleep again. There are many people. You know what is causing insomnia? You go to bed, you will stay there for about 30 to 40 minutes before you sleep. And you just sleep for 2-3 hours, you wake up, going back to sleep becomes very difficult. This is what causes insomnia. Stress is number 1. Stress. Number 2, illness or pain can be a cause of insomnia. Number 3, anxiety can be a cause of insomnia. Number 4, medication. Maybe you are taking some medication. Number 5, depression. Number 6, poor sleeping habits. Number 7, you can also have neurological problems. These are some few issues, some few problems that will make you not sleep very well. We also have what we call obstructive sleep apnea. Obstructive sleep apnea. This is a condition in which the body stops breathing when you sleep. Obstructive sleep apnea. You will stop breathing in your sleep. And this occurs because your muscles in the back of your throat relaxed too much to allow normal breathing. And so when this occurs, your brain senses it, and it quickly wakes you up from sleep so that you can reopen your airways. You just wake up because you cannot be breathing in, when you sleep for so long. You'll die. And the brain senses that. So your body is activated. Then you wake up, then your airway is clear. This wakening is usually so brief that you don't even remember it. You can wake with shortness of breath that corrects itself. Obstructive sleep apnea is a very dangerous situation. Then we also have what we call restless leg syndrome. Restless leg syndrome. There are many people who suffer from this. This is a condition that causes an uncontrollable urge to move your leg, usually because of an uncomfortable sensation when resting or trying to sleep. So you see, people with this condition often have trouble getting enough sleep because of their symptoms. What causes this? What causes restless leg syndrome? Number one, nerve damage due to chronic disease, such as diabetes, or alcoholics suffer from this a lot, those who drink alcohol. Nerve damage can be a cause. Iron deficiency can also cause or worsen restless leg syndrome. Heavy menstrual period can also cause that. Or repeated blood donation can also cause that. Kidney failure can cause that. Spinal cord conditions. And especially when you have diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis and you are on medications and so on and so forth. Then we have work shift disorder. Those who go to night work, no, definitely they will have a problem. It's a condition that commonly affects those who work outside of a regular 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They work outside this hour. This causes imbalance. The body goes through what we call circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm. If you go to bed 8 p.m. every day, your body will adjust. Your body will go through an adjustment. And if 8 o'clock p.m. comes, you will feel very sleepy. Because you have trained the body. You will feel very sleepy. And if you try to keep that, or if you try to keep yourself from sleeping, maybe after 1 hour, the sleep will go away. So if you use your night to work, then the body retrains itself. And there is a reason why God created night for us to sleep. It is in the night that many hormones secrete into the blood. And those hormones are the ones that help us to rejuvenate and regenerate and repair our bodies. Then the fifth one, it's not so common, but it's also something that people suffer from. We call it narcolepsy. It's a medical term, narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is a nervous system disorder that causes extreme daytime drowsiness and sleep attack. You will see many people when they are even in a meeting, serious meeting, they are sleeping. They are sleeping. And there are people, they cannot help. They come to church, they must sleep. Narcolepsy is there. When you sleep daytime like that, your sleep in the night becomes very difficult. I have 13 minutes more. Let me quickly give you 10 tips to improve sleep. 10 tips to improve sleep. Number one, before I go to that, nap or napping, it's good, it's important. But this is the issue with taking a nap. Your nap should be just about 15 to 30 seconds, a minute. 15 to 30 minutes. If you sleep too much during your nap, you may not be able to find sleep during the night. You know, science even tells us that if sleep comes and you are sitting on your seat in the office, and those of us in the office, just pick a pen and hold it and lie and just lie on your seat. Go back to your seat. Once you take a nap and the pen drops, that is enough. That is good. So napping is not a state where you will sleep and snore. No, if you do that, you will find a hard time sleeping in the night. I do take nap. You know, I just sit on my seat after, in the afternoon and just 5 minutes. It's okay. And if you train the body, your body will adjust to that. Now, 10 tips of improving your sleep. Number one, schedule your activities. Most of us think we have more things to do in a day than we plan for. And so, therefore, we neglect our sleep in order to accomplish our activities. If you don't schedule or if you don't plan your activities, you will do anything anyhow. Number one, schedule your activities. Number two, have regular physical exercise. Maybe a time will come, I will come here again and we will talk about exercise. Have a regular physical exercise. Those who have structured exercise sleep more deeply than those who do not exercise. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 12 says, the sleep of a laborer is sweet, whether they eat little or much, but as for the rich, their abundance permits them no sleep. When we exercise, we can sleep better. Number three, have a fixed time for going to bed and getting up in the morning. No matter what day it is. If it is a holiday, it is a weekend, have a fixed time of going to bed and a fixed time of waking up. It will help you. Number four, observe regularity in all activities of living as far as possible, including eating habit. Now, for Africans, we have a very, very bad habit. I thought Ghana is the only country that has that habit. But when I came to Kenya, I realized Kenyans also have it. So it's an African problem. We eat our heavy food, what time? In the night. In the night. It is not good for us to eat Here, number 5, it says, avoid late meals. And listen, an overloaded digestive system prevents peaceful sleep. There should be 4 to 5 hours after a regular heavy meal before you go to bed. How many hours? 4 to 5 hours in between the time you will eat your ugali and the time you will go to bed. You see, we have mentioned here that it is when we sleep, that is when all the organs in the body are resting, isn't it? And they will recuperate. But if you load your digestive system, you are telling your digestive system that you keep on working, I am going to sleep. It doesn't work like that. So we have to find a way to change that. Avoid late meals. Number 6, avoid alcohol, coffee, and drugs. I don't have to talk about that. We are all Adventists here. Right? Number 7, end your day peacefully. Avoid exciting TV programs and argument prior to bedtime. Did you hear that? Avoid exciting. That will excite your system before going to bed. No, it is not good. Number 6, your bedroom should be cool with good ventilation and as dark as possible. Don't sleep with the light on. You know, hormones like serotonin and they secrete during darkness, in the dark. And those are the ones that will help you to repair your body. Number 9, no sleeping pill. They may knock out the REM stage of sleep. And then the last one, relax your mind. Relax your mind. See, the thoughts and worries of the day can do more to keep you awake than anything else. Stress. The thoughts and worries. If you carry those thoughts and worries to bed, they will knock out sleep. You will keep thinking. Sleep will never come. A bedside prayer and meditation on a scriptural text can give you peace of mind and sweet sleep. Worry keeps our minds in spin and prevents sleep from coming. We have all been there. Stress. We have all been there. There are many times we cannot sleep. Our thoughts are swelling. Anxieties are pressing hard. Peace seems far away. Fear seems to be bigger in the dark. It is hard to see or think with clarity. And so, beloved, worry, stress, anxiety, depression, money problems, deep loss, grief, and so on and so forth. These all can steal your sleep away from you. They can steal your sleep away from you. I want to leave you one Bible quotation before I sleep, before I sit down. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3 to 4. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 3 to 4. The Bible says, Lord, you, Lord, give perfect peace to those who keep their purpose firm and trust you. Trust in the Lord forever. He will always protect you. Give your worries to God. Give your stress and your problems to God. And trust Him. For He is the only one who can give you perfect peace. So you can go back to bed and sleep soundly. It is my prayer that we will never economize our sleep to do something else. God wants us to rest. God wants us to have a healthy body. God wants us to be strong in our mind and our physical body so we can serve him well. May God bless you as we do that. In Jesus' name, amen.